Well, certainly it's a continuation of all the stuff we've done in the summer. But now, it's kind of the official beginning, and so the first game is right there in the future that we know in 3 weeks we're going to be playing our first game. So it kind of puts some urgency to all the learning and work that we've been doing this summer to put it into to the point where the performance is going to mean something.
And today, or this morning, was really just kind of the install part of it, but you've seen this team grow over the off season. What's different about this year's team versus last year's?
Well, I think the characters, the people. Every team is different. The leadership is different. And when you begin a season, and it's hard to compare, to the end of last season when everything was, solidified as a team and the leadership had taken place. And this year, that still, has to develop. And that's true of every team. And certain teams bond and gel together at different times, and that's what we need this team to do. The senior leadership has to emerge, and they have to set the standard of the work ethic. Certainly they've gone about that in the off-season program, but with the urgency of a game coming up, that always takes a different form. So that's what we as coaches are looking forward to evaluating, see where we're at in the leadership and the team development as, coming together to love one another, and that's where we'll kind of see where we're at these 3 weeks.
Last season offensively, you guys just clicked from the get-go, putting up 40, 50, 60 points a game. What do you think will be the strength early on this season? Well,
I think we'll have to rely on the run game a little bit more with new quarterback in there, and the veterans return, in the backfield with Money and Drew Stroud. And then up front, the offensive line, we returned three or four guys that have a lot of experience playing on that team last year. So last year we kind of relied on the passing game because those were our veteran guys, the quarterback and receivers. This year kind of changes to the run game, and at Snyder we're certainly used to that. That's what we want to be. So,
not to sound like a broken record from 2 Fridays ago, but quarterback situation now that it's August, who's kind of emerged as the front runners?
Well, it's something that we're just in the evaluation process. We use the summer as a teaching and getting them the opportunity to get reps at the offense, and now we begin the evaluation part and seeing who does what better as they've come to learn the offense. So it's still in the evaluation phase.
Can you just talk about those 4 names that you had named on Friday too?
Yeah, Michael Hoppert and Hayden Jones, Brandon Young, and then Mac Hippenhammer will also be back there quarterback, regardless of who is the number one guy.
And regardless of who the number one guy is, how is he going to be different than Isaac? It's hard to replace a Division I quarterback.
Well, the most obvious is the experience. Isaac brought 14-game, starting experience to last season, and these guys are going to be brand new, and they're juniors, but they're very capable. And we don't ask any quarterback to win a game for us. Their job is to just execute and operate the offense, distribute the ball, get the ball to what the defense allows us to do, and run the offense, be the commander of the offense as it relates to distributing the ball. And if they do that, the other veterans on our offense will rely on, and they'll allow us to be successful.
And then on the other side of the ball, it's almost a flip-flop. Inexperienced defense last year. Now you bring back a lot of experienced guys in a defense that was sneakily good last year, giving up like 17 points a game in the regular season. What are you expecting to see out of them this season? Less than 17 points a game, I can tell you that. That's something that, we as a group wanted to work on, and I think, we bring back a veteran group of defensive linemen. We played some pups last year, and those guys are now seasoned veterans. And then in the secondary, where 3 of those 4 guys are back. So, we bring back a ton of experience, and but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't allow us to stop anybody. It's still the execution on Friday nights, being able to run to the football. Whether we buy into running to the football, that's just a basic decision of effort on every play. And if they decide to run to the football, we're gonna, we can be productive. If they don't, then we're going to struggle. Last year, I remember it was do your job in that locker room. Now I see Greek word on the back of a lot of shirts. What does that word mean, and why are you trying to instill that sort of message in this team? Arete
is a Greek word that means striving to be excellent in all that we do, all that we touch. Be a student, a person, a son in our home, our family, a football player, whatever it is that we engage in, we're striving to be excellent, and that's our mantra. And how will that message help get this team to reach the same goals and expectations they set last season? Well, everything is contingent on your willingness to do the things that are hard work, and showing up every day, making a conscious choice that I'm going to commit to this team and my teammates by working hard, doing the best that I can do, my best effort at everything that I do. And we equate that best effort to your ability to achieve, accomplish a goal, achieve excellence. And without that, we have no chance. But if we're willing to show up every day and hold up our responsibility to our teammates by just simply giving our best effort. It doesn't have to be Herculean, it just has to be what we can do our best. And that equates to a team, being productive.